Hello beautiful beloved twin flames, this is Stephanie Parasha Divine Light coming out to you from Aotearoa, New Zealand, beside the sea, taking a walk. So I hope that there isn't any sound that's too disturbing. I do apologise for the delay in getting a video out to you because there's been a few issues with my internet, so I haven't actually had Wi-Fi, so I'm probably going to have to upload this via my phone data, and I've had a bit of the flu, so I've needed to excuse me, there's still a bit of lingering fatigue going on and just, sleeping and resting a lot, so and also there hasn't really been much coming through and by the way of information. Maybe it's just because I've been a little bit sick, so I'm sort of going to do this video is going to be going over some of the things that I've already gone over before, but because they are important, and so I'm sort of being urged to talk about those things in regards to the twin flame journey. Before I get into that, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who, those of you who sent me birthday wishes and made comments and have appreciated my videos and liked and sending me some great email confirmation that I'm on the right track, and many of you are also experiencing similar circumstances, and particularly got a really good response from the walker phase video that I put out, and I was kind of told that when I put this out it is going to become quite a it's going to become a popular topic. So I have been receiving a lot more emails and confirmation really that people are feeling the same, and there's a lot of feeling out there in the community. So I want to just reflect on a little bit about the walker phase, just a little more on that. I got a sense that the message I kind of got through around the community is that we really need to take care of each other as well as ourselves. We are on this, there's this group of us that are on this mission, and even within our group we are going to have like little pods or teams of people or waves of within our community that go through phases at different stages than others, and that's not meant to be as if it's a competition and to see who gets there the quickest. It's more about as a community we cannot all cross the line or get achieve good results until everybody has, so the very last person has, and they need that support to do that. So we're about supporting each other. We're not about saying who, if you're not in union then you're no good, or what are you doing, or you must have issues, or it's not like that. It's like we are all in this together. We're all helping each other and extending a hand to each other, because we've all been at the various stages, and it's not about a race, it's not a competition at all. And talking about the walker phase that so many can feel, which is great, it really is. And I do believe that and I do not retract this, I do believe in terms of where I'm at with my relationship with my twin, that it feels like that to me, that we can just be comfortable with each other more easily than we could before. And that is a great shift, and it's also partly because I've calmed down a bit. I haven't got I'm the chaser essentially, and I haven't got all crazy about things, and I've just calmed down and just chilled out and surrendered and done all the things that the other twin flame teachers out there talk about, because I also follow many great people that I love to listen to on YouTube, which when I hear them, I love hearing them because I get the same information. So I'm like, yes, that's right, that feels right to me, and that resonates. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit was, if, for example, that you're feeling, oh no, here's another phase, and I don't feel like I'm in that phase, and I haven't got to that phase yet, and maybe feeling like you're beating up on yourself, and I know I've definitely done that at times on this journey. I've really beaten up on myself if I don't feel that I'm doing it right. And again, that's just another 3D concept that makes us feel unworthy, that's based on fear, and we do not want to overlay that into the twin flame experience. So what I find really helpful when things are feeling, maybe not so clear with my twin, or I'm not feeling connected to him in the way that I would like, that I use that time to, instead of sitting and waiting and wondering what's going on, or what do I need to do, I try and tune in more to my passion and what I love to do. What do I love to do? Why am I here on this earth? And I find that that's my medicine for when I'm feeling maybe like things aren't progressing the way that I would like to in terms of my union. I then focus on what my mission is here as a human and what excites me. And I would say that probably most twin flames have come here with a very strong mission focus of assisting the planet to dismantle and deprogram old 3D relationship templates based on fear. So that is a major part of our work. And of course, I did a video previously. What is the most important relationship we have? It's with ourselves. So, it's no use looking outwards and externalizing everything in terms of what everyone else is doing. You need to look at yourself. So it is always that relationship with self first. And once we have filled our own selves up with self-love and self-worth and esteem, and positively honour ourselves and regard ourselves, then we can extend that energy out to others. So I do repeat this statement quite a lot in my videos, but I just think it's really important to remember it. And when I talk about the passion, for me, for example, I'm in a profession where I'm a social worker by profession, and social work can cover lots and lots of different areas, and the area that of my focus is prevention education, sexual violence prevention education. So and that really to me feels like I am in my mission. I am doing what I'm meant to be doing. I'm very passionate, and passionate for me means I get really angry. I get really angry when I hear stories about women that have been, not just women, because I know it happens to men too, but this is a gendered, unfortunately a gendered phenomena that does happen in our world, that is related to the imbalance of power between men and women, and is encouraged and fostered through unhealthy gender stereotypes that have maintained the imbalance of power and control, and encouraged the female to be the weaker and the victim, and the male to be the aggressor, and so on. And these are some of the damaging programs that our society has created and are still running, that I work very hard on to educate people about in schools and young people, and work with prevention programs in schools. So for me, I channel my passion, which is part of my twin flame mission, into my work, and that gives me great satisfaction. And so I would hope and encourage you that as twin flames you will be doing, if not that, something similar. And it doesn't mean that you have to go out and get a job, as a social worker or a healer, because many of you have other skills. Like I was listening to a video by Dio Veselinov, who's one of my favourite twin flamers out there, and he actually reminds me quite a bit of my own twin flame. So I really enjoy listening to his voice and his vibration and receiving his information. I think he's a mechanical engineer of some kind, and so when he explains things, he's also very balanced, so he can explain things in a beautiful spiritual way, yet at the same time he has just put out a video on mirror neurons. And so the scientific part of our mission, it's really important that we have people that can understand like electronics and mechanics and scientific things and the way that they work, and how that can relate back to how that can link to our spiritual experience of a soul and a body, and how that all works. So so we need all people, we need people that understand how money and the economy, so that we're creating a new economy, again based on a different energy exchange, a different vibration. We're creating the new paradigm together. So we've all got our various roles to play, and they're all going to be different and unique according to our energetic signature and what we have brought in as our area of interest. And that's not to say that it will be specifically that one path that you follow. It could change at any time. You can easily change direction if you're being guided to go somewhere or do something different. Change your path. That is valid as well, because the energy is constantly changing every week, every day, every hour, every minute. We're going into a new set of energies. So the other thing that I was going to say about that was that reminded me that what I'm hearing and seeing and feeling around me right now, you have to excuse these paradise ducks. They're a bit coming around their nest, so they always give me a little greeting. So so at the moment what I'm hearing and feeling is a lot of change, and as I say in my videos, and whenever I'm about to say something quite important, they usually start talking and sounding off, so this must be important. There's a lot of change right now, relating back to my previous video on the Ferris wheel, the wheel, how we're shifting into a new cog. So as that Ferris wheel goes around, we're not going to keep going around on that same Ferris wheel cycle. We're actually got to get to a point where you're on the Ferris wheel and you've got to jump off onto another one and shift into a different timeline, shift into a different vibration, different energy. So many of you will be moving houses, moving locations. I know that is absolutely true for me. It's been a process that's been going on probably at least for the last year within our community, and so again you'll be guided. This is what I need to do, where I need to go, and it might seem completely different, and if you're not ready to do that, it's going to happen anyway. If you can't make that decision and you're not sure, the universe will make it for you, which is kind of what happened to me. Because I was, I knew I had to probably move out of my house, and I just thought, I'll just sit here for a wee while and I'll just wait and see what happens. And then, I got notice to move out. So, and instead of freaking out, like I probably would have done in the past, I just thought, well, okay, universe, you've got a plan for me. Okay, I'm going to go with it. And so what's happened is, I've booked my flight to fly away, and I will tell you that I'm going to be going to India. So I'm very, very excited that I'm going to be going to India at this stage. I don't know whether that's going to be a short visit or a long visit, but again, the universe will, I'm sure, guide me. But that's where I'm being guided that I need to go. I have a very strong connection to India because my daughter was born there and I lived there for 10 years, and her dad is still there and all her family. So that's just what it is. So we'll be going back there, and again, so that's just an example of what's happening in terms of change in a real person's life, and to just go with it, to trust it, to surrender to it, and just the universe is lining it all up for us to be where we're meant to be for whatever reason. So, and usually that reason is to line us up to our passion and to put us in the other thing is energetically put us in the right grid spot for where we need to be on the planet as well, because our energy vibration, again, there's some kind of mathematical sort of thing that I'm being shown, but because I'm not a mathematically or science-minded person, it's like we're little kind of plugs. We're like little plugs in an energy grid system, and so when we get plugged in at a certain point, it activates that grid in that area. So yeah, that's kind of what it will be. And the other part of those shifts of where we're moving to is what I'm also being told, part of lining up the next part of our twin flame mission. So there'll be a reason why you're moving, because it'll be connected to, again, bringing you closer to union. So, which it may not seem like at the moment, because for me going to India is putting me further away from my twin, but on some level I feel like that it's setting up something else for the future for us, for somehow or other. I don't know how that looks right now, but again, I trust that. So yeah, so anyway, I hope that helps you. That's not a great deal of information this week, but just more a chat and a catch up, bit of a conversation about the journey, remembering to focus on passion when your passions, your mission. If you're feeling less connected to your twin, continue on always with if you're not in physical contact with them, continue to have faith. Please have faith and follow your heart and believe in your soul and your soul's calling, and connect in with them energetically on a soul or fifth dimensional level, and maintain that connection in that way. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for listening, and sending you out heaps and heaps of love, and we'll talk again real soon. Okay, bye for now.